Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mythic Table Town Hall for April 2021. Let's jump right into things. These tend to take some time, so we're going to get started right away. So our agenda for this town hall is we have announcements to make. We have some kudos to give, some updates. I want to talk about the Kickstarter, go into our plans, then talk about what you can do to help and what we can do to help you. So for announcements, we're welcoming 3 people to our team. We're welcoming PJ, who's actually with us on this meeting today, Juan and Nestor. Let's see. The other announcement is the Kickstarter went live. That's pretty exciting. We've been working on this for a long time, and we had some plans in the works that have changed quite a bit, but we're pretty excited to actually have launched it a couple of days ago. So the kudos, I want to thank everyone, like seriously everyone, from our community all the way to our volunteers. The Kickstarter has been a huge success so far. We haven't met our goals yet, but 4 days into it, we're about halfway through there. So that's pretty exciting for us. Particularly, I want to thank Linda, Sarah, Barry, E, Jose, and Lucas for all the hard work that they did in preparation and launching this Kickstarter. Lucas for his amazing video editing. And I want to thank Logan as well for continuing to push the development forward on Mythic Table. This last month, he worked on the macro system. Some of you may have seen it. Some of you may have had some trouble with it, but we're still working on that. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to go over is just some quick updates on where we are now. So we've added another 2,000 users in the last month, so we're at about 13,600. Our active users have jumped up to about 300 active users per day. And we've gathered 9 new patrons. So that's pretty exciting. And of course, we've launched the Kickstarter. Yeah. Am I missing anything? Is there any other updates? Can you think of, Barry?
I think you got the majority.
Yeah,
I think you've got them.
Okay, good. All right, so let's talk Kickstarter. So this is our first Kickstarter. It's the first Kickstarter I've ever really participated in, and it's been a huge eye-opening experience for me. I've had a lot of help, so I want to send out a huge thanks, or maybe a hug thank you.
We can give him a hug.
All right. This wouldn't be a Mythic Table Town Hall without my classic typos. So, all right. So we've been live for 4 days. So Kickstarters tend to come out with a real big bang. In the first day or so, first couple of hours, I usually get a huge influx of excitement around it, and that's where the majority of the funding will come from. So we got about 25 to 30% in our first day, but in the next couple of days, we've brought it up to about 50%. So we're about halfway to our goal. And this is kind of significant for us, because what we've noticed in looking at previous Kickstarters from different organizations is that their daily contributions tend to go way down between the first day and the last day. But what's interesting for Mythic Table is that we're not really going down. We're staying kind of, maybe about 30% of what our original one was, but we're still doing really, really good on a day-to-day basis, which is fantastic to see. I think a lot of that has to do with our partners, the Open Gaming Network and World Anvil spreading the news about us. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that when we came out of the gate, kind of slow. Not many people know about Mythic Table, so they're currently learning about us as we speak. So as more people learn about us and they see things, they see what they like, they contribute. So we have high hopes for the rest of the campaign. So stay tuned for that. So our plan, another typo, clicking refresh on the Kickstarter campaign. That's what we're going to be doing for the next month. But we're also doing the April milestone as well. And we've got some exciting stuff planned for this. We really want to jump in and get the grid experience done, do some more bug fixing, and a couple other little odds and ends here and there. So what can you do to help? Continue spreading the word. Everyone's been doing a fantastic job with that. So share to your friends, share our posts, get the word out there. Let people know that we're open source, we're free forever, and we're focused on making a really great virtual tabletop here. We got some fantastic partners too, so let everybody know about that. And if you can, support the Kickstarter. $10, $25, $100, doesn't matter. Anything you can do will be greatly appreciated. So see what you can do there. All right, I want to open the floor now and let you guys ask some questions. We didn't get any questions from the community this month, but next month, if you can't make this meeting, you can feel free to send in your questions and we will absolutely read them out here and let you know, hopefully answer your questions.
Right.
Cool.
Cool. Barry, PJ, do you guys have any questions?
Actually, I was going to ask about the grid experience, but you already touched on that. So make sure we're finishing that up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Absolutely. That's been a difficult one. With all the work that we've been doing on the Kickstarter, it's been difficult for us to find time to actually do development work.
Right.
So that's been pushed aside. Plus, we're experiencing a little bit of technical fatigue in this area, in that the original grid code is from a prototype. It hasn't changed very much. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to do some really sophisticated and future-proof technical changes. So there's a lot of things that we want to change and a lot of areas that we need to make sure we're not breaking because it touches almost every aspect of the game.
Right.
So it's going to take a while.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
I know I had a quick question about the best forum for arguing different issues to be added to a milestone.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right.
So, yeah, I guess being new, wondering where those suggestions are best presented.
Great. It's a really good question. Like a lot of people don't understand how we work, how we decide what we're going to work on, and from milestone to milestone. And it's pretty important to us that people understand that. So what we've done is we've switched away from doing large milestones in based on like large features. And we're going through really small iterations. We're doing monthly milestones now. So we'll be talking about, say, the March milestone, the April milestone, and things like that. So what we do is as we near the start of a month or the end of a month, we meet as a team and we go through a lot of the feedback that we receive from the community. We go through a backlog of items that we wanted to do ourselves. And we take a look at how many people are going to be available during this month. How much time are we going to actually have to work on these things? And then we pick a small subset of these things that we think we can accomplish. And then we put them into the milestone. So this particular month with the Kickstarter rushing out and everything, it's been very difficult for us to plan. So we didn't actually plan this milestone. All we're doing for this particular milestone is we're taking the leftovers from the previous milestone and we're trying to commit to them. Now,
Gotcha.
to answer your question, the best way for a community member to participate in this is to go into Discord and look at our suggestions channel
Gotcha.
and be active there. Mention your suggestions. When you mention a suggestion there, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to build a ticket for you and give you a link to that ticket so you can put your comments in and things like that. But we're trying really hard to make sure that every suggestion that's brought up there is either answered with a new ticket or referenced with an old ticket that already explains that we're already accomplishing this.
Right.
Gotcha.
And Barry has been pretty active on our Discord, and he's been doing a lot of that. So that's fantastic.
Right.
As a developer, as part of the Mythic Table development team, which you are, in order to be part of this, all you really need to do is pay attention to the Slack channels. And
Okay.
we're going near the end of the month, we'll be organizing 1 or 2 of these planning meetings. And everybody is invited to the planning meeting. It's very flat hierarchy here. So if you feel like very strongly that you want to approve something, then absolutely bring it up in that planning meeting.
Okay. Do you know, I don't know, particular, like what channel there's a ton of channels on the Slack.
Mhm.
I think it's like 77. That's a lot of channels. So I'm curious, like, is there a specific channel I should be watching to make sure I'm not missing these, especially since I'm still kind of learning the organization of how we do everything.
That's a really good question, and there's no really great answer to that. But what we try to do is when we make announcements that we want the entire organization to be part of, we'll do it in the Mythic Table channel.
Gotcha.
My advice to everybody is to be really careful about the way you handle your notifications. What we've had is we've had a lot of people disable their notifications and they're just not getting them anymore. But you might want to change things up a little bit and use the do not disturb for periods of time that you're not going to be available. This is a really great way to like say, I'm going to be gone for a week, nothing I can do. You switch on do not disturb 7 days, there, you're good. But when that time's over, you get back, you get all your notifications, you get caught up, and then you're going again.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Great question. Okay. All right. I guess we can leave it there. I don't think there's anything else to add. Barry, do you have anything to add?
Support our Kickstarter.
We're
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
Got a Kickstarter.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to our town hall, and we'll see you next month.
Thanks, Mark.